Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Universal Women of Resilience. I am Christina Nguyen, Mrs. Universal Petite 2026, and a founder of White Lotus Rising. This project is about sharing the stories of incredible women from around the world, their challenges, their strength, and how they turn their experiences into purpose. Every woman had a story, and every story has a power to inspire someone. Let's meet today the women of resilience. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us about the woman behind the crown?
Thank you for the opportunity. I am Danette Mahabeer-Turner. I was born and raised in Jamaica. I grew up in a single parent home with my mom raising five wonderful children. I migrated to United States in my early 20s, and I am a domestic violence survivor, fierce advocate, and published author of the book Leave Alive, subtitled Goodbye Domestic Violence. The woman behind the crown is a woman of fierce resilience, boldness, and a woman that is using her voice and turning her pain into purpose.
And can you share with us that what's the representing Jamaica as Mrs. Universal Petite Jamaica 2026 mean to you?
Christina, no pun intended, it meant the world to me. Representing Jamaica, a small island, but one we always say we little, but we talawa, meaning we might be small in terms of our geographical area, but we are mighty. When we put our minds to anything, we accomplish it. Think Usain Bolt. Think Lisa Hanna. Think Bob Marley. So representing Jamaica on the universal stage meant everything to me because I was not just representing myself, I was representing a nation, a culture, my roots and culture, my childhood experiences, and a beautiful land of wood and water, beaches, and reggae music.
You know what? You make me really want to go to Jamaica. Like I literally just want to pack and go. But
Hey, listen, we got the passports, right? We just need to jump on a plane.
yes, yes, yes. And earlier you shared about your journey. And can you tell us that what does resilience mean to you personally?
Christina, resilience for me is the things that meant to break me only bent me. So guess what? I think of the slingshot method all the time. And you're here and then you're pulled back because of life circumstances and struggles. But when you let that slingshot go, it's going to go far beyond where it actually was originally. Think of the caterpillar to a butterfly. If a caterpillar in that stage of the cocoon, as it's going through the transformation to become a butterfly, if someone thinking it's helping that butterfly and it removes it from the cocoon stage of its life, then the wings will not be strong enough to fly. My life today, I will not trade what I've been through for the woman I am today and the woman I am becoming, because every part of that story has built character, has built strength, and most importantly, has built resilience.
That's impressive. And you went through a lot, right? So can
Yes.
you share with us when did you realize that you could turn your paint into purpose?
Christina, it took a while. If I have to be honest with you, it took years. It took years of losing my voice and being silenced because of my circumstances and feeling shame and feeling regret and feeling scared and losing my self worth, my self value, my self esteem, my confidence, and my self identity. It took going through domestic violence counseling. It took the support through domestic violence advocacy centers, my family, my friends, and most importantly, my community. And just realizing again that what I've been through is not my fault. I am not what happened to me. I am more than a conqueror. I am strong and I am resilient. And so finding back the woman, the voice inside of me, and knowing that God has allowed me to go through the things that He has allowed me to go through because I would not be sitting here using my voice to help those who may be silenced today.
I love your book, Live Alive, Goodbye Domestic Violence. What inspired you to write that book?
And also, what
Yeah,
message do you
yeah.
hope survivors will receive from your stories?
I'm so glad you asked that question, by the way. Of course, you can tell I'm excited, right? So, Leave Alive, subtitle Goodbye Domestic Violence. When you hear those two words, Leave Alive, that is my message in a nutshell, right? If you are in a domestic violence situation right now, I know it's easier said than done, but hearing it from someone that actually walked the walk and experienced what you might have been going through, if you're out there right now and you're listening to this episode and you hear my voice, I want you to know that you're not alone. I want you to first and foremost know that you are not the only one going through this and you're not alone, and that there is a community out here for you to support you, to believe you, and to help holding your hands to navigate as you transition to the other part of life, right? I know it can feel defeating. I know what it's like. So, Leave Alive is just the beginning, because if you don't leave alive, figure it out. You're not going to leave alive. And so my purpose, is to share my story every opportunity I get, because I could have not been here today. I walked away and I escaped death. And so my message is so simple. And of course, there are things that I wish I knew when I left. There were things I wish I knew before I left on how to plan an exit, right? How to stay safe after I've exited, right? So, though I think I left and I went multiple states and I'm miles away, I thought I was safe. Then I was stalked, I was threatened, I had orders of protection that got violated, I had extended orders of protection, I had, charges pressed for aggravated stalking. And I had no clue that these things were going to follow me, right? Things I want people to know, like through my TV program called Voices of Victory. It's a domestic violence awareness TV program where I interview judges, I interview prosecutors who handle domestic violence situations, I interview survivors and psychologists and domestic violence advocacy centers to help to educate and provide those resources that I wish existed when I was facing what I was going through. Simple things like always have a bag packed ready to go. Always have your documents, your passport, your birth certificate, your driver's license, different things like that for you and your children, ready to go in a safe place. Always back in. So your car is always facing out. Having a full tank of gas. So if you have to keep running, you have a full tank of gas and you don't have to stop. Things that I wish I knew. So that book is written as a guide to help not just victims, but survivors.
What would you say to someone who is experiencing domestic violence, but they're afraid to ask for help?
Of course, this is my motto, right? End the violence by breaking the silence. You cannot get help unless you let somebody know, somebody that you trust, somebody very trustworthy, that you need help. I remember that for me, that experience for me, like it was yesterday, having to call a friend in desperation. And my words exactly were, I need your help. Save my life. You don't have to wait till it gets to that point where your life is at stake to ask for help. There are people out there that are willing to help you. Again, you're not alone. And so I'm using the connecting the dots through pageantry for me. For example, like every stage I go on, every step I take on that stage is one step closer to ending domestic violence worldwide. Domestic violence is a global crisis. And so if I help one person, then my purpose here on earth was worth it.
You are just amazing. The more that I get to know you, the more I'm like, wow, this woman, she is just, I mean, I don't know what to use to describe you, but you are truly amazing, and I'm honored to know you as not just like best friend, but you are my sister queen.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I love
Well,
everything you're doing. I'm so proud of you. I am.
thank you. Well, and I know you in pageantry, and you created something really exciting. Can you share with us what you're doing?
Absolutely. So, a year and a half ago, I started the Crown Continuum Mentorship Community. And it's more than coaching, it's more than mentorship. As the name suggests, it's a community. I'm using my personal experiences through pageantry to help other young girls and women not just nationwide, but across the world to build confidence, help them with their runway walk and judges interview, and just supporting them every step of the way, helping them to create their brand, to create their platform and public speaking, and you name it. So we have been doing group coaching, private seminars where we're inviting different experts from different industries that come together to make pageantry a success. So from a color matching expert to a stylist to someone that may have been a pageant judge to a makeup artist, just like all the different, and of course, previous queens who have reigned and what they've done through winning pageantry and reign and stuff like that. So they can help them and help inspire them, help build their confidence and, shine on those stages.
As a coach, how do you help women rebuild their confidence and believe in themselves again?
Absolutely. All of us have something that was a pain at one point. So again, my motto and my mantra is turning your pain into purpose, right? Whatever you've been through, whatever your platform is, this is your opportunity to take that and turn it into something inspirational that others can listen to your story and know that they too can one day become that beautiful butterfly.
Okay. Yeah, what your legacy do you hope to leave for women in future generations?
The legacy I've already began leaving is and has started with my 9-year-old daughter, who is also in pageantry and has been doing phenomenally well with public speaking and confidence and using her voice and her platform, which is giving compliments and kindness everywhere she goes. And just seeing that the things that I am doing, that I am her role model, that she is already embodying those things and she's already using them in a positive way to impact her community. That legacy I want to continue, where when somebody sees my story or heard about Danette, that they will truly be inspired.
Okay, I have one last question, like challenge for you. Can you please finish the sentence? I am resilient because.
I am resilient because I am not what I have been through. I am the woman I am today because I overcome those challenges. I rose above the ashes. The caterpillar became a butterfly. I am resilient. I am bold. I am fierce.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your heart, your strength, and your journeys with us. Your story just reminds us that our past does not define us at all. We can rise, rebuild, and use our voice to help others, right?
Christina, thank you so very much. This has been a great pleasure, and I am so proud of you and the work that you're doing. Please continue to shine and rise above the ashes, inspiring women. Just remember, empowered women empower women.
Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Universal Women of Resilience. I hope today's story reminds you that no matter what life brings, you have the strength to rise again. And now, who will be our next Women of Resilience? Stay tuned to meet our next incredible guest. Until next time, please keep rising, keep blooming, and keep inspiring.